Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the Crypto Next Gen Hub channel. My name is Rich, and I am currently working on another movie on XRP. As I always do, the topic of discussion for today is going to be XRP. Regardless of where in the world you are, I hope that everyone is enjoying a wonderful day for themselves. Let me reiterate that this is a chart for a single day. These are a few cents less than 53 cents that we have here. XRP had a somewhat positive day, but the price didn't move much throughout the day. Previously, we were unable to proceed due to this very situation. There is a decrease in stock prices due to the worry that China may attack Taiwan. The cryptocurrency space, of course, shrunk as well. Considering this, a significant number of individuals believe that the current value of Ethereum ought to be greater than $5,000. ETFs based on Ethereum have been approved by the SEC. Among them are funds such as BlackRock and Fidelity, but for the time being, it is merely an announcement. To this point, there has been no trade. Not all of the regulations of ETH exchange-traded funds have been satisfied as of yet. It is still necessary for the SEC to accept the S1 files submitted by the issuers before trading may begin. It could take 10 days to complete this task. At this point, we are aware that it will explode in ETH. It would appear that there will be an increase in prices. Alternatively, this might also be the beginning of the alternative season. It is already being discussed in this context, so let's wait and see what happens next. After that, a few individuals continue to discuss this topic, which is where the confusion arises. That ensures that my 401k is secure. Would someone be able to explain why the ticker symbol for XRP is TOSRF? In addition, does the phrase 21 shares of Ripple XRP TP at $14.78 ate anything? XRP is only brought to people's attention at this point. In spite of the fact that it operates in a separate nation, it is referred to as an exchange-traded fund ETF. To add insult to injury, this is not the actual price of XRP. It costs $14.78 8. It is located in a pool. This capture by Chad Stein demonstrates this, as you can see. As a result, you have 21S hairs of Ripple XRP ETP. Despite the fact that it displays a price of $17.48, actual price is still in fact only 60 cents. That was very logical. It made a lot of sense. Over the course of the past 3 years, this has been going on. Since the year 2021, we have been aware of these ETPs. I continue to be of the opinion that an exchange-traded fund ETF is not necessary for XRP. Over time, it will be feasible for XRP to function independently. However, I felt it was necessary to clarify some of that. The significance of this cannot be overstated. Coinbase has resumed trading XRP in the New York Stock Exchange. Court decisions that the SEC has lost have an impact on this ruling. All users are now able to purchase and trade XRP once more. That is a really significant matter. Finally, the moment has come for this to take place. There are several people in New York that I know who have stated that they are finished with Coinbase and XRP. It would appear that things have once returned to the state they were in prior to the Ripple vs. CC lawsuit being brought up. Coinbase makes it possible for New Yorkers to purchase XRP. Only 10% of their annual income, 10% of their annual income, or 10% of their annual income can be spent by those who are poor, according to the FIT21 Act of the amount of digital assets that they possess. When it comes to merchants, many individuals believe that FIT21 is a ruse that prevents them from purchasing what they want at the time they want to buy it. This is not the case. Not the case. Specifically, this pertains to crypto asset securities that are transformed into official security. Ties as a result of the scheme of the bill. An exception exists that allows for the sale of securities without the need to go through the official process of obtaining approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). In the first place, if it is a security, and in the second place, if you are attempting to seek an exemption, the cap will appear. In addition, a great number of people had the question. There are still a lot of people who believe that the FIT21 Act will be detrimental to retailers. Not a single thing that would make buying a lot more difficult was present. Many times I went back and read it. During the time that I was looking for something, they were attempting to sneak something past me. In spite of this, I have not been able to observe it. It's also possible that the words I'm reading are preventing me from seeing it correctly. However, if something does occur, I will make sure that everyone is aware of it. Wow, that is just incredible news. In his statement, the lawyer emphasizes the significance of Judge Torres finding that XRP does not qualify as a security. The ruling made by Torres is supported by the FIT21 bill, which makes it official that XRP is not a security under the law. Several digital assets that were sold as part of an investment deal are discussed in the FIT21 bill, which addresses how to handle these assets. Any digital asset that is sold, transferred, or scheduled to be sold or transferred as part of an investment arrangement is not and does not become a security when it is sold or transferred in that manner. This is one of the reasons why digital assets are not considered securities. Not only that, but a significant number of individuals are of the opinion that the ongoing litigation between Ripple and the SEC will ultimately result in XRP being classified as a security. Nevertheless, that is not even the subject of the case at this point. We are now familiar with XRP. There is no safety in it. Right present, Ripple vs. CC is in the stage of putting things in their proper place. The objective is to determine the amount of money that Ripple is required to pay to the SEC as a settlement. After then, that particular matter will never be brought up again. This has, in the words of Brad Garlinghouse, been able to withstand the passage of time pretty well. At this moment, it is more apparent than ever before that Gensler has become a political liability for the administration of Vice President Joe Biden. As a consequence of this, 71 Democrats went against the grain and supported FIT21. However, this is merely the beginning. At long last, they came to an agreement with this, which is a very positive development. because it indicates that innovation can advance in crypto may have a clear path forward. Right now, we are so close to establishing rules around cryptocurrency due to the fact that no one in Washington wants to continue to be against cryptocurrency. A great number of additional measures will also be passed this year. Because they are opposed to cryptocurrency, do you really believe that any politician would want to be fired from their position? It is not anything I believe. From the looks of things, this year is going to be fantastic in a number of different ways. Therefore, whatever that needs to be passed need to be done this year. Cynthia Lummis, a senator from the United States, has stated that we are building an army in Congress that supports crypto. Here is what is happening right now. People who formerly opposed cryptocurrency are now suddenly in favor of it. Those who were formerly opposed to cryptocurrency are now in favor of it, with the exception of Elizabeth Warren. It is common knowledge that she is employed by the major financial institutions. On the other hand, as I mentioned earlier, this is an election year. Things that need to be passed immediately will be completed in a very short amount of time. Despite this, I am confident that the limits are going to be put into effect before the election that will take place in the future, according to the timeline that has been established. Following the conclusion of it, the further occurrences took place then. Initially, when I got aware of it, I was under the impression that it was a business opportunity that was fake. When the president was having trouble garnering the favor of young people, Vice President Biden placed an advertisement looking for a meme manager to fill the post. The position was vacant at the time. Through the advertisement, they were encouraged to send in their applications for the position. It has been stated by the Washington Times that this is the current state of affairs. Taking into account the current state of affairs, I am of the opinion that it is too little too late. In the United States, younger investors and voters will have a tough time forgetting that they granted Gary Gensler, the chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the right to put an end to the Bitcoin sector. Gensler is the person who has the authority to control the industry. Gensler was the one who was accountable for the whole and complete discontinuation of operations inside the industry. People will never forget it, and as a consequence, they will never forget what occurred with the Securities and Exchange Commission. It is something that people will never forget. It is necessary that you forget about the events that have occurred over the course of the preceding 3 years. They are not going to take place again. It is also imperative that you forget about the events that have occurred. After that, there was a rise in the number of instances in which there existed this particular condition. The flip side of the coin is that there is a possibility that we will emerge victorious once more. And despite the fact that we have put in a lot of effort, it is not going to be possible for us to emerge triumphant from this competition. We have the power to choose only one more candidate for the presidency of Donald Trump, and that individual is the presidential candidate. It seems incomprehensible to me that he would say something like that. Thank you for your understanding. Would it be possible for you to give this a look and a listen? Given that we will not be able to win re-election if the campaign is entirely focused on attacks, it is of the utmost significance for us to concentrate on the subjects that we feel strongly about. This is because we will not be able to win again, despite the fact that we have put in a low T of effort. It is not going to be possible for us to emerge triumphant from this competition. I beg you to please excuse me from another subject. I respectfully request your forgiveness. We have the power to choose only one more candidate for the presidency of Donald Trump, and that individual is the presidential candidate. Due to the fact that I am being totally forthright, I am of the